Hello everybody, my name's June. What's yours? Actually no, my name's Beth Ross, but that is a quote from a musical I performed on the Arts Center stage, so pretty great way to start my video. Am I right?
Here we go.
Hey everybody.
Hey everybody, this is Galen Colbert.
This is Laurie Pascal.
I'm Cindy Coleman England.
What's up? I'm Jonathan R. Hoover.
My name's Thomas Hunter.
Hi, I'm Bethany Gear.
I'm Ashley Bishop, used to be Ashley Green.
Hi everybody, I'm Tiffany Lowry, used to be Tiffany Wilson.
Hey friends, Megan Booker here.
Hey everyone, my name is Heather Sweat, Bankhead.
Hi, I'm Darby Burdine.
Hey guys, it's Brad Brayley here.
This is my son Hayden.
Good evening ladies and gentlemen, my name is Martin Carty.
It's Aaron Hagar.
Hey everybody, this is Matt Soto, take 75. This is harder than I thought it would ever be.
Hi, I'm Ami DeVay.
I'm Kevin McCormick. This is Zudi McCormick.
My name is Megan Hickerson.
And my name is Mary Ellen Lynch. My maiden name was Mary Ellen Hunter.
Hi there, this is Tanya Lane.
By the way, this is my daughter Stella. She couldn't let us do a video without her because she likes to be the star of the show, and I can't imagine where in the world she got any of that.
Hi, my name is Sarah Kate Ross.
Hi, my name is Tana Soto Cook.
Take 32, guys.
And my name is Laura Elizabeth Lake.
And I'm Michael Lake.
And I'm Kayla Lake.
Hi, Frederick Price here. I'm excited to hear that the Arts and Science Center will be doing Volunteer Night again. I can remember back in 2012 when I first started at ASC, I was cast as a bureau chief in the show Stuart Little, and after that I did The Hobbit. And then I realized on the stage work is not for me, and that's when I took the change to backstage. And it really developed me as a person. It is why I am who I am today and why I do a lot of the things that I do. It's why I chose broadcasting as a career, and I credit the Arts and Science Center for allowing me to come in as a volunteer and pretty much make myself known there and do as many things as I can. So I'm very grateful for the Arts and Science Center. I'm excited to hear about Volunteer Night. I wish I could be there, but I wish the Arts and Science Center many more years of success. Volunteerism, especially in the arts, is so special. You not only give of your time, I think that you give of your heart and you give of yourself so much, whether it be on stage or off stage or up in the light booth or running the spot, doing the concessions, doing the ushers, whatever. It's just a very special family kind of feel.
The first time I went to the Arts and Science Center, I was around 10 years old, and my dad was playing the clarinet and the saxophone in a production of The King and I think it was around 1994.
The first show that I did at the Arts Center was in 2004. It was a Razzle Dazzle. I loved it. It was a lot of hard work, but it was wonderful.
Been doing stuff at the Arts and Science Center since I was about 18 years old. It's where I did my very first show.
I grew up in Pine Bluff and spent many of hours at the Arts and Science Center. I started getting involved at the age of 14 as a dancer in the musical Crazy for You.
So I first performed on stage at the Arts and Science Center 20 years ago this year, which seems absolutely crazy to me. I have no idea where the time has gone. But there was a show, Crazy for You, and they needed some tap dancers. So that was my stage debut at the Arts and Science Center, and I have been hooked ever since.
My memories go back about 30 years when I was cast as Barnett Lloyd in Crimes of the Heart, a production over at the Little Theater across the street at the Civic Center.
Yeah, my first show there was Emperor's New Clothes. I think it was back in 2001.
I've been involved in the Arts and Science Center in Pine Bluff for over 25 years.
In 2008, I auditioned for my first show at the Arts and Science Center. It was Peter Pan. I had done theater camp a couple of years before that, but that was my first seasonal show.
I started doing theater there at the Arts Center when I was 12 years old, when I was cast in an adult play called A Tuna Christmas. So I was 12 years old and I was cast as a 42-year-old racist dude. So that was a lot of fun. The audiences seemed to like it.
I was involved in the Arts and Science Center for many years. I believe I saw my first show there when I was maybe 7.
the first time that I volunteered with the Arts Center, or the precursor to the Arts Center, was a little place known as the Little Theater. It was down on 2nd and Main, and I did my first show in 1965.
I was Director of Performing Arts for the Arts and Science Center from 1989 to 1995. But before that, I got started with the center as a volunteer, like the rest of you.
I'm a volunteer at the Arts and Science Center for Southeast Arkansas, and I have been for about the past 11 years.
When I moved here 11 years ago, I didn't know what I was going to do. I was from Louisiana, was a member of the Shreveport Arts Center, and thought when I came here that those days was over. But I saw an ad in the paper advertising hairspray at the Arts and Science Center in Pine Bluff, and it changed my life forever.
In 2003, I moved to Pine Bluff, and so I saw the reviews in the newspaper over the years about the different shows that would go on, Chicago, Steel Magnolias, and I always told my co-workers that I wanted to be a part of one of the shows and I wanted to audition, but then I would always chicken out. So I told them, if they ever did Grease, you guys have to make me go. I really want to be a part of that show. So I went down and I signed up to be just a part, backup singing and dancing. And imagine my surprise when I came to the door and read the list of the cast, and I was cast as Rizzo.
From my first experience in 1998 with Mr. Scrooge, Tanya Simpson and the team welcomed me, a newbie in town, into the production, and I never looked back.
We were in several plays and musicals on the cast and crew through middle school and high school. My favorites were, I was Antigone in Antigone and Helena in A Midsummer Night's Dream.
I've been involved in a few performances. The first one was back in 2005, and then the last one was last summer. I was in Sister Act.
I used to be a volunteer at the Arts and Science Center. The very first show that I ever did there was Amy Jr. I grew up in Pine Bluff, and the Arts and Science Center was like my second home as a kid.
My son has grown up there basically. From the time he was a toddler, I started doing shows there again, and then I finally convinced him to do his very first play when he was, I don't know, like 9 or 10.
Somewhere around there.
So he actually has a couple of playbills on the walls there. My dad has done shows there, so I mean 3 generations of Wilsons, of the Wilson family, have been involved in productions there on the performing arts side of the Arts and Science Center. So I've gotten to do shows with my own family and gained family in the process.
In 1987, gosh, it's 30-something years ago, 32 years ago, that's unbelievable. I was living in Stuttgart, my hometown, teaching school, and I had that summer free. And I knew Debbie Fintag, who had gone through the same program as I did at NYU for educational theater, had been hired the year before, 2 years before, as the director of performing arts, and she had really rejuvenated the theater program there. So I decided I would audition for The Music Man, which was the summer musical that year. I got cast, and I also worked with the summer youth musical that year, which was Rodgers and Hammerstein's Cinderella, with Debbie and Charlotte and Farron Wilson as the music folks, and Tanya Simpson was the choreographer.
Congratulations to the Volunteer of the Year, and kudos to all the volunteers that are part of the Arts and Science Center family.
So for the first few years, I just was the house manager at the Arts and Science Center in the old theater. And right before we moved to the new center, I was in my first production. I have no idea if there are any pictures of it. If you find any there, please send them to me. I'd love to see them. But the name of the play was Rehearsal for Murder. This is when Galen Colbert was still there. And I don't even remember the name of my character. I do know I wasn't the murderer though. So that's about all I remember from it. But the acting bug bit hard. From that point on, whatever aspect of the theater at the Arts and Science Center that I could get into, I did. I worked backstage, I worked on stage, I worked in the spot loft, I ran the light board one time, not very well. I never ran the soundboard, probably for that same reason, because I knew I would be lousy at that. I helped with costumes. I stage managed. I was wardrobe supervisor one year, not too long ago. Every aspect that I could be a part of, I wanted to be a part of, and I loved being a part of.
Like I said, I was in Crazy for You and a couple of other of the summer musicals. My most favorite role probably was Roxy Hart in Chicago. That summer was so amazing. Just the cast and the crew.
Year after year, several productions a year, including summer musicals, were some of the best times I ever had with some of the greatest people in Pine Bluff, maybe even the world.
I was raised on a farm. I never thought in a million years I would set foot on the stage until I met Kayla. So I've done about 15 shows backstage, and one actually on stage, this recent one, Sister Act. And of course, my wife and Lindsay drugged me into doing that, and I actually had a lot of fun, even though it cut into my fishing time. But I really would have traded for the world.
I was involved in Bye Bye Birdie as the assistant stage manager. I worked on Chicago. I worked with the costume designer and did some on-stage moments. I was never really one to be on stage, but I love seeing others shine.
I got to do Hairspray, and I've been in Razzle Dazzle, and then I started choreographing there, which really made me excited because that was the first time I got to really show my work on stage, so I was really excited. I did Willy Wonka, and then last summer I did Sister Act, and this summer doing Memphis, so I'm super excited about that. Come audition if you need it.
Been a part of so many productions I can't even count them, and each show comes with a huge catalog of memories, different individuals that I've been able to perform with on the stage, and just a huge part of my life. I love giving my time to be a part of any production at the Arts and Science Center, and I try to tell everybody that I can, go down there and audition, go be a part of a show, whatever you can do, build a set, work in the light booth, do the sound, whatever your talents are, whatever you can give it. The Arts and Science Center is nothing without volunteers.
I was a volunteer with the Arts and Science Center of Southeast Arkansas from about 2000 or 2001, whenever the best Christmas pageant ever was, to 2013. Oliver was my last show that I did there.
I was Lysander in Midsummer Night's Dream, and Albert Einstein in Picasso de la Panagio, and I worked on crew on a bunch of shows, including on Chicago.
I participated in over 30 shows now, a little bit of everything. Favorite roles include Captain Hook, the genie in Aladdin, and Orin Scrivello DDS from Little Shop of Horrors.
I was Maggie the Cat in Cat on a Hot Tin Roof. I was Romaine Voyle in Witness for the Prosecution. I was Annie Sullivan in The Miracle Worker, and I'm trying to think, oh yes, Birdie in The Little Foxes. And those were some of my favorites that I did. I always enjoyed the dramas that we had at the Arts and Science Center. I was part of many, many other productions, many of the Razzle Dazzles, tributes that we would have, the Readers Theater that we would have, which was great fun because Readers Theater, all you have is your voice to tell the story. And that was always a lot of fun.
I've done around 25 shows at the Arts and Science Center, both on stage and backstage. Along the way, I met Mike and married him and had a kid with him, and I roped him into doing stuff at the Arts and Science Center too. So he's also been on stage and backstage, and he's built sets and run sound and done all sorts of fun things.
My first production, I think I was 6 years old, and it was Miracle on 34th Street. My favorite production that I ever did was I was Alice in Alice in Wonderland.
In 2006, my daughter was 15. We did Grease together, and I was a part of the chorus, but I also helped out backstage with some costume stuff and what have you, and that kind of started my journey through helping with other shows there at the Arts Center. And I've done so many, I've lost count of done, costumes, props. I've been stage manager for several shows. I've even ran a light board before. And then in 2009, I was a Volunteer of the Year.
Really created a love relationship with the Arts and Science Center for not just me, but my entire little family, me and my two sons, Dylan and Peyton. So along with me, they learned how to operate the soundboard, the light board, run the spotlight, and they really became interested and became a part of this little family as well.
I could talk for days on my experiences as a cast member and a choreographer, but I think the biggest thing that I love is the close-knit family that we've become at the Arts Center.
That's where we got to know each other and foster not only our friendship, we ended up getting married, but also friendships with a lot of people we remained close to. Lindsay Collins did my makeup at my wedding and was there with her family, and Phil Counts, who was our acting coach and director for the whole time we were at the Arts Center, actually officiated our wedding. So to say we formed some lasting relationships through our volunteer work at the Arts Center is an understatement.
The center's a very big part of who I am. It means a lot to me. I go for the camaraderie for the most part. The fellow volunteers, we come from everywhere. We work everywhere. You got people that work at the hospital, the arsenal, private businesses. Bill Wiegand, in my opinion, Bill Wiegand's got the hardest job in the world. He's a Pine Bluff police officer, but he still finds the time to come down to the center with his son and put on plays for kids and old folks.
The Arts Center for me, more than the shows, which were a lot of fun and they were high quality as well. But more than that, for me, the Arts and Science Center was a safe space.
Some of the friends that I've made there, I would absolutely consider family.
The Arts and Science Center truly did change my life. I do not believe I would be where I am today if it wasn't for the Arts and Science Center. You all gave me that bridge to, one, help me find myself, help me go back to school. And I'm sorry I get all sappy, but volunteering is so important, because if you're really trying to discover what that is, it gives you a safe space for like-minded people in a wonderful environment and an educational environment to kind of help you gain those skills for many opportunities, to gain confidence and compassion for other people and empathy.
So to just encompass, I guess, what the Arts and Science Center means to me, it definitely provided a safe place to learn and grow and fall down and get back up and just feel completely celebrated and loved for who I was as a person, and that you could just feel like you were 100% yourself and just be comfortable in that. And in those years of preteen and teenager into young adult, that's just such a important thing to have, just somewhere to go to feel safe and to feel that you can just be celebrated for who you are.
The Arts Center is more than a building. It's the people that are in there, people that are helping all the volunteers and teaching them things and stuff that make the Arts Center a special place.
I'm a theater and English teacher, and none of these things would have happened if not for the Arts and Science Center.
I've seen children come here who wouldn't even look you in the eye because they had no self-esteem, but given tasks and have been included with this group has transformed their lives. It's something that I will never forget. It's been a major part of my life, believe it or not, and I don't mean to sound like a cliche, but it has meant everything to me.
The center taught me a lot about friendships, about teamwork, and just how to appreciate another individual for their talents and their time and their commitment to such a wonderful, wonderful place.
Some of my closest and dearest, now lifelong friends, I've met at the Arts and Science Center. We started off there as babies ourselves, and now we're raising our babies together. And it's just such a special place, and it holds such a special place in my heart.
Friendship is maybe the most important thing that I have gained from the theater and the Arts and Science Center. Most of my lasting friendships in life I made in that building or from that building.
I have to thank the Arts and Science Center so much for their support and their love, and for giving me this new passion that I never knew that I needed in my life.
Thank you very much to the Arts and Science Center.
I just want to thank you all.
Thank you for everything that you do for us.
I'm so thankful that Pine Bluff has this opportunity for all of us.
Thank you to everyone who has volunteered there.
And thanks for all you do.
So I just appreciate everything that you guys do. I look forward to many more performances. I look forward to being in some more performances, and thank you guys. Couldn't do it without you.
Just so thankful for the center and for everybody that works there. I love you all so much.
Thanks a lot. Have a good time tonight.
Thank you guys for allowing us to be here.
Thank you for coming out to play.
Thank you for coming out to play.
It changed my life forever, and I will always do shows and volunteer at the Pine Bluff Arts and Science Center.
So I thank all of you for being there and taking care of a place that is very special to me personally, but hopefully to all of Pine Bluff.
Thank you so much, Lindsay, for asking us to do this. I'm very proud to say that my theater experience came from Pine Bluff, one of the most beautiful theaters in the state of Arkansas, in my humble opinion. And I will always remember and treasure my times there. And I always, when I'm out anywhere else, I try to tell people about the wonderful things that we have in Pine Bluff, and especially the Arts and Science Center.